Hi, my social media friends. How are you? I'm doing fantastic. This is me. This is Sharma the man. And this shirt has a special meaning to me. See this is IU, Indiana University. I went to this university in late 1980s and I graduated in 1991 from Indiana University. It's a Big Ten university in Bloomington, Indiana. It's got several branches throughout the Indiana state, but this Bloomington campus is the main campus. And I love this university. I graduated from this university. I'm lifelong alum of this university, and I live in this town. As a matter of fact, after graduating, I didn't move anywhere, and I decided to make my life here in Bloomington, Indiana, and I'm very proud of this university, and I'm very happy that I graduated from here. This university gave me a couple of things. The very first thing this university gave me is that the language skills, and no matter where you are, where you live, that if you do not have language skills to blend in the system or assimilate in the community, then you are always going to have a little bit of disadvantage. So I'm very grateful to Indiana University that it gave me what I needed to be successful in the United States of America, and I study chemistry here. But anyway, today's videos I'm going to concentrate on that what gave me that push that changed my life. And I'm going to share my story with you, and then probably this story is going to help you or help somebody who's watching the video, and then they would excel from there. We all go through hardship in life. We all have challenges in life. We all face a difficult time in life, but sometimes some experiences stay with us and then they change our life. Now I'm going to tell you that I grew up in India and I was born in New Delhi, and that's where I got also education, my primary education, my middle school, high school, and college education from New Delhi. I went to the University of Delhi, graduated from University of Delhi in 1978, and my background in science, physics, chemistry, and mathematics. For some reason, I was more interested in chemistry rather than any other subject, so I studied chemistry in Indiana University as well. So after I graduated in 1978, the economy of India was very weak economy, where it was very hard to find jobs, let's put it this way. And so I was also struggling as a young man to find a job, and I have no luck. So anyway, so one day I actually picked up the newspaper. I used to pick up the newspaper pretty much every day and look in the employment column if somebody has advertised a job. My heart was into sales, because I knew that I would do really well in sales, but it was difficult to find a sales job because of a lot of competition there. But now I graduated, I was struggling. My friends started getting jobs, and I felt just horrible about myself. So I actually discontinued seeing my college friend, because everybody graduated and everybody moved on with their life, with their job. So one day I was searching in an employment section of the newspaper. I still remember that newspaper was Times of India. But in the Times of India employment section, there was a huge big advertisement about the job opportunity in a 5-star hotel. There was a 5-star hotel was being built by Tata Group, and Tata Group own Taj hotels. So throughout India and also throughout the world, they have Taj hotel. They are very fancy hotel, very nice hotel, 5-star hotel. And so the job was they were hiring a reception people, and also the people with the reception, the bellboys, and also the people who will serve the client as soon as the client or the guest moves in the hotel. So I thought that, I did not have a personality of a receptionist. I was just a young man who was underweight and just did not have personality. So I thought that, well, I'm not going to apply for the job. And also I was a little bit timid, and my language skills also in English was not very good either. So I thought that, well, okay, I'm going to apply for this job as a bellboy. Bellboy is basically the job when the guest checks into the restaurant. The bellboy actually pick up the luggage of the guests, bring the luggage from the taxi or the car into the hotel, and then take their luggage to their room, or whichever room the reception area assigned them. And that was my job, and that was actually I was applying for. So I thought that probably gonna work out fine. So I appeared in the interview. Now, well, first of all, that fancy hotel just being built, and then everything was brand new, so I was a little bit intimidated by the surrounding, and all these people, the staff were walking around in the hotel. They were well dressed up, and they were all talking in English, but the hotel actually was just basically about to open, but they're sort of going through the training phase. So I went to the reception, and there were a couple of young ladies, beautiful young ladies, and these young ladies, I asked them, I was there for an interview for a bellboy, and they were nice, polite, and they said, well, sir, have a seat. And then I sat down, and then they said that, well, I should go in the room number 112 or 111. I still remember it was 111 most likely. And then I entered in the room, I knocked on the door, I entered in the room. Now in the room, as soon as I entered, it was very intimidating environment. There were 3 boys, and I think there were 2 girls, and they were all speaking in English, and they were all dressed up right. I tried to dress up as good as possible, but I borrowed the jacket from my friend, I borrowed the shirt from my friend, so they didn't fit right on my body, and also I was underweight, so I think I probably weigh around 100 pounds or 110 pounds, and here I'm 19 years old young man, and weighed 110 pounds, and I was definitely underweight, and it was very intimidating environment there. So I walked in, and they could tell the people who was about to interview me that I was not 100% comfortable with the environment, and it was not their fault at all. It was just basically my own fault that I did not have any confidence in myself. So I put together my mind, put together my thoughts real fast. They offered me a chair, and I sat down on the chair, but I was shaking. I was just trembling a little bit, and they could sense it. And you know what happened? There was I did not like it at all. These guys started, and they were smoking. Smoking was actually very common during that time, and people can smoke pretty much anywhere. It's just recently laws popped up in different countries, especially everywhere in the world, that you're not supposed to smoke in an enclosed area. But these guys, 2 ladies and 3 boys, I think they were, and they asked me the question. They picked up my resume, and they asked me the question about what I have done in college. So I told them that I went to Delhi University, and they asked me the name of the college. So I told them the name of the college, and then they asked me a question about why I wanted to apply for the bellboy job, since I have a college degree. And they said this bellboy job did not require the college degree, require only high school diploma. So I said the reason I want to apply for the bellboy, because I'm unemployed, and any opportunity, anything opens up, I was applying for any job, as a matter of fact. So if I get this opportunity, I'll make sure that I perform my duties perfectly well. And but there was something about those guys, and they just sort of saw my weakness, that they want to embarrass me. They said few things about my language skills, and that just put me in more hole in that situation. Whatever the little confidence I had in that interview, that actually just totally evaporated, because the kind of stuff they said to me. Now I don't know whether it's worth talking about what they said, and also some of the conversation I have forgotten because I was sweating. But the interview lasted only 2 or 3 minutes because they could see that I just don't have confidence, and also I wanted to get out of that place as soon as possible. But I came out of the room, I thanked them, came out of the room, but I was just about to cry, and I was thought that, well, they embarrassed me of my language skills so much that I have a weakness. I did not want to blame them, but I had a little bit of anger toward them. And so I came out of the hotel. I stood outside of the hotel, and I looked at the building, and it's a tall building. The hotel still exists there. It's a tall building, brand new building, and how I felt during that interview, it just totally destroyed me inside. And the anger came in my heart, and then second, the embarrassment, and the third thing came is that I was talking to myself in my mind, and I said, and my gut was telling me, my mind was telling me, it is not them who actually put me into this mindset. It's my weakness, and my weakness was a poor language skills in English, and that's where they found out that I could not communicate very well, so they embarrassed me. They actually said few things which were very demoralizing for any young man. But then anger came in my heart again, and I said to myself, today they killed my spirit and they damaged my mind. Now on, whenever I have an opportunity, when I'll become a wealthy man, I'm going to stay in this hotel. I'll come back one day and I will stay in this hotel. And I had so much anger built in me, not against them at all. It was built in me that how I feel today by being embarrassed by these people. And my fault was that I was poor and I came from lower middle class family, and my education was through government schools. And in government schools, they don't put, or at least they didn't used to put, a lot of emphasis on English. So I made 2 commitments that day. Very first commitment I already told you, that I'm going to come back and stay in this hotel, and I will always stay in 5-star hotel as soon as I'll get traction in my life. And second commitment I made to myself, I'm going to work on my language skills. And then everything changed. So then I would watch Bollywood movies. When I'm watching Bollywood movies, they're in Hindi, I'm translating in my head in English. I'm reading a newspaper, half of the stuff I would not understand what it's talking about, the news talking about, but I'll continue to read. So that's what changed me. Because somebody just totally kicked in your gut. Somebody totally demoralized you. And just because you were poor or you did not have what they were expecting from me to have, and I didn't get a job. Thank God I did not get a job. Thank God I did not get a job, because if I had gotten the job, I would have not become what I have become today. I'm a successful entrepreneur, and thank God I worked very hard. And now, after 5 years later, when I came to the United States, after 5 years later, I went back to the same hotel and stayed. Ever since, when I go to India, then I make sure that I try to stay in a big hotel. Now, staying in a big hotel, this is not the message. That's nothing. The message here is this: had they not damaged me, damaged my soul and spirit that day, I would have not changed. I probably would have gotten stuck in India somewhere and then lived the life like everybody else. So sometimes it's not bad that you get kicked in your stomach, you get put down by somebody, and that propels something in your gut that pushes you to the next level. And that's what happened to me. I'm sure that a lot of people go through the bad experience. This is one of the experiences I had. I had several bad experiences in life, but message here is this: do not give up. Get more tough. Make sure that you beat all the odds you have against you. Make sure that you do everything, whatever it takes, to excel in life. And whatever tools you need to excel in life, do that. This is the message. You will be successful also one day. If you're not, I'm sure that you're already successful. But anyway, this is the message. And I hope you like my story. I hope that determination I built there was worth it. Definitely was worth it. And that's the reason I'm sharing this story. Now I'm very, very happy with my life. That's one story actually changed my life. But there are several stories happen in between then and now which made me successful. I want you to be successful as well someday. Thank you very much for watching the video. Make sure that you save 60 to 80% of the money you earn every month and invest in assets. Become a successful businessman or successful whatever the profession you have. Make sure that you know everything about that profession and just totally do the best of the best. Thank you again. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.